All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. That's fielded in the end zone. He juked him. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And right away, he lost the football. But I believe a Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Stafford. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cannon. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
That next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. What?
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Hey, let's go. What? Flex round.
Throwing, Hundley. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this will remain a scoreless game. So that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Hundley. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Barkevius Mingo in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's caught inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Oh, it stays up. Buying time to us. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Sean Robinson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers add on to their lead. You and I have seen some great catches throughout our days calling these games. A spectacular grab there, just a receiver making a wonderful play.
When there's a chance to get 6 points on the board, you see a little extra effort sometimes. A terrific layout to go get the football.
Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They go play action here on first down. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Try at 38. Try at 38.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
22!
Stafford on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
180!
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They've got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 51 yards. On first down, it's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And Thomas has it. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. He sets to fire deep. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
That's right now. That's it.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Throwing right, and that's complete. Past the 20. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They give him a gain of 38.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yards.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have. Oh.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. gun. Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cannon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Newton on first down. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
That's right now.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
That's right now.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
That's right now.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. On the crossing route, complete. That's Bird. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Cam's going to run the option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38. Hey, I'm coming.
Throwing, Hundley. They're able to locate Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Hundley. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. He's going to look deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Gun. Hey, boys, got 4.
On second down, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Robinson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Let's rock now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Detroit getting set to go now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here we go. Try at 38. Try at 38.
They're going to look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Try at 38. Try at 38.
Back to throw here. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And onto the field here come the Panthers. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we...
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Newton. Able to get away. Fights him off. Now he's Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Lions have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. A dump off for Abdullah. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey. Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Bryce Treggs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Come on now.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Tight end right. That's right.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
That's it. 780. Great.
From the gun, here's Newton. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Brett Hundley with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just falling behind him.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Let's rock now.
They'll hand it off now. Hill. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. It's a big play there for the Lions. And even 60 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cannon. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Panthers, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.